Alright, hello there folks, it's your boy Bank here with another PoE2 Hardcore SSF character showcase. This is Price Check Tradey, level 69 Tactician. Very interesting, right? Tactician, not often played. And we're going to go into a map. This is a tier 1 map, nothing special, level 65 map. I'm level 69, so I'm just getting used to this build. I just got done with the campaign. I leveled with Rake and Stomping Ground. So you can see I am using physical spells. This is Bone Cage, Bone Cage. And in addition, you can see that the enemies are not moving because they are pinned. Royal creature. So there's a couple interactions going on here. So the funny thing is, I'm getting used to this build. Sometimes enemies will still be alive, but they don't move or do anything. They don't attack, so I don't notice that they're still there. So we can look at the skill tree for the Ascendancy real quick. I've done 3 of the 4 Ascendancies. So first of all, we've got... This is something I love and I think is really slept on. 8% Spirit, okay. Persistent buffs have 50% less reservation. So I have 156 Spirit. I'm running Blasphemy with Temp Chains, because this is Hardcore SSF. And it's Hardcore SSF. And also it's got Heightened Curse, which makes it cost more. And I'm running Cast on Critical, which costs 100 Spirit. And I'm running Archmage, which costs 100 Spirit. And Convalescence, plus Clarity, which costs 10. And then I was messing with other stuff. Ghost Dance, with Mysticism, Mana Remnants, because I've got some mana issues. But anyway, if you pump the Spirit to 300 plus, you could do a whole bunch of just Cast on Ignite, Cast on Freeze, Cast on Shock. That could be a crazy build. So anyway, the pinning. Back to the pinning. Focus. 20% increased pin buildup. Projectile damage builds pin. Well, Bone Cage is not projectile, so it doesn't help us here. But Bone Cage does pinning by itself, so it doesn't matter. And then Bone Storm is projectile. And it does Impale. I haven't looked into Impale. But anyway, 20% increased pin buildup. What do we have here? Pinned enemies cannot perform actions. Pinned enemies cannot perform actions. So anytime an enemy gets pinned, and these regular monsters get pinned very quickly, they just don't do anything. They don't attack. They just sit there and die. And so for Hardcore SSF, I've got Temp Chains, so they're slowed. And I've got Pin. So now here's some single target for a rare. Now I'm using Bone Storm. And you can see at the top, I got a power charge. And this damage is not that great. The single target is not great yet. It's not horrible, but it's quite lackluster. So I'm looking to figure out how I can get that. I mean, mind you, I'm only level 69. So I'm working on it. But I really like having those power charges. Now, those come from... I have Resonance. I gain power charges instead of frenzy charges. And I'm gaining frenzy charges from Cast on Crit. Sniper's Mark. It's just whenever you get a crit, I don't know, you get a power charge from critting, I guess. It doesn't even say it here. So I gain more energy. I have Ingenuity. I guess that helps with this. I'm not sure. I copied this from someone's PoE Ninja, but they were a lich. And then Profusion, chance for double shards, whatever. So we're gaining power charges for the single target. Like, let's see. It didn't do it. I'm at 71%. Give me a charge. Oh. They died. So Bone Storm is our single target, and Bone Cage is our clear spell. I mean, this is not... I mean, sorry, this is tier 2. It's not tier 15, but this is like pretty nice clear. So here's another opportunity to look at Bone Storm. And unfortunately, this map doesn't have a boss. But let's see. No power charge yet. You know, he died much quicker than the other boss. The other boss might have had a lot of armor. I don't know. Not boss, rare. But anyway, for me, you know, I love playing off-meta builds. And this build is a lot of fun because I am... Okay, I got power charge. I'm playing as a tactician with physical spells. Almost nobody uses physical spells. Almost nobody plays tactician. And so to combine them is just pure madness, right? So I'm using Archmage, which gives me mana issues. But, I mean, it's not anything big. I just use my flask and it's done. And also, again, this is hardcore SSF. So, like, I want to be safe. Jeez, this seems pretty safe. You know, most of the enemies aren't even doing anything. Oh, we've got a rare here. I don't have CI, so, and I only have, oh, level up. I only have 10 chaos resist, so I really can't mess around with the balls. But, what are they, under the ground? Come on. Gimme. So, you know, this is pretty much it. I'm having a lot of fun with this. So we leveled up. Let's see, what am I going to get? Is this... What was I looking at here? Where was I? Crit chance. So, okay, I'll go into the gear now. So, gloves, we got Malagaro's Virtuosity. 30%, 23% crit chance, which is really nice. We're really focused on crit chance so we can get power charges. And critical damage bonus is 300%. So we don't want to waste any points on critical damage bonus. Like here, this is nice, 20% crit chance, but I don't want to waste getting the critical damage bonus. So, you know, I would love to get this. But the helmet is not great, but it's got a decent, it's an okay ES, some evasion, but this 37% crit chance is really nice. And critical hits poison the enemy. I might be able to work something off of that. The chest is just 700 ES is decent, and it's got the spirit that we want. This ring, 25% crit chance. I don't know if there's many rings that have crit chance. Plus 9 all elemental resistances. That's okay. This Venter's has a reduced rarity. I'm just using it because it's got decent resist and it's got a little spirit. I wish it had more. But plus 2 to all level spell skills. 24% spell damage. Pretty decent. And more ES. Plus 2 spell skills. Not the best. This is basically just giving me the 2 spell skills. I need to get rid of that. Decent boots with a nice implicit. Just a bunch of resist. Strength, resist, life, mana. This is okay. Plus 4 physical on the wand. Gives me a little cold damage, spell damage. Could be a lot better. I wish it had crit. So the gear is okay. You know, there's a lot of room for improvement on the gear. And now we can look at the passive tree. So, you know, we start down here, which is not really conducive to ES and spell damage. But, you know, this is some decent combo free stuff. Movement speed, dex. You know, you need a little dex. It's just 1 point. We start moving in here. Pin. You know, I want more pin. Movement speed, energy shield, decent, not great. Come down here for movement speed. My movement speed is nice. It's 36%, and I think sometimes it's higher. You know, ES, nothing special. I just took these because they're kind of on the way up here. Attack and cast speed, critical hit chance. So we can look up here first. Physical damage. Break armor, ES, physical damage, ES, critical hit chance, ES, mana regen, which we really need, ES, mana regen, spell damage, and then I think I'm going to try to path over this way and maybe get 2 curses. I don't know. I think it'll cost me 60 spirit or 30 spirit to add Enfeeble. So I don't know if that's worth it. And then there's some stuff over here that I wanted to get that I forget what I wanted. I mean, there's some interesting stuff. There's physical damage here. My anointment is here. It's just ES. So nothing really super exciting. I'm just focused on getting my crit chance up, because you can see my crit chance now is about 40% and my crit damage is 300%. So if as I get crit chance up, you know, my DPS is going to be going up pretty nice. So I used the perfect Jeweler's Orb on Bone Cage. I might have should have used it on Bone Storm instead. I'm a noob. Astral Projection, I think this is a must-have. Spell Cascade makes it do more of the Bone Cages. I think this is a need to have. More physical damage. Inspiration, because I have mana problems. Splinter, I just copied this off someone else, but I wasn't really sure what else to do. Break Armor seems useful because this is doing physical damage. Bone Storm is our single target. Cast speed, mobility, scatter shot, and I don't know. Do I need this? It fires at 2 additional projectiles, but 35% less damage. That might not be. Wow! Look at the deeps went crazy. Considered casting, more damage, and then cast on crit I showed earlier. Archmage gives lightning damage. Convalescence is the new Grim Dawn. I love Convalescence. Clarity. So let's see if we can try this new and improved Bone Storm on a rare. And, you know, is this the best build in the game? No. Is it a lot of fun? Yeah. I've got a bunch of the uniques that I needed. It's late in the league. You know, let's just have some fun, folks. It's all about fun. It's all about survival. It's all about Tacticians. It's all about SSF. The SSF Sisterhood. Price check. Can I get a price check? Where's the rare? Oh, here it is. Okay. Is it going to... I think that's the damage is a lot better without doing the scatter shot. I think the scatter shot is not... You know, a lot of this I'm checking other people's builds on PoE Ninja, but the deeps went up to 28,000. The deeps went crazy. So, anyway, I mean, there's not much more to it. There's lots still to test. Let's see. I'll kill this guy, and then I'll show some of the equipment that I'm planning on using later. I think the scatter shot is a no-go. I missed.
Gotta stay quick on my feet.
Gotta stay quick on my feet. Oh, I didn't even use my point. I don't know what should I use it on? Let's see. Crit chance. We want crit. Here's another. It's just ES and crit chance. Where are we heading? You know, this could be nice. There was some... what was it? Careful Assassin. Where's Careful Assassin? Careful... This is great because I don't think this would affect my critical damage bonus because of Malagaros, and 50% increased critical hit chance would be big. So, what is this? 1, 2... I think I gotta go down here. And I'll just take this... You know, so I'll know when I see this little nub coming off that I need to go that way. There's some crit chance over here, too. This is nice. 15%, but this is 50%. But if I go here, it's faster. I don't know. Elemental? No, we don't want any elemental. So anyway, let's go back. And also, this character just looks awesome, too. Like, you know, this is what we like, folks. D&D mode. So what do I got? This 18% crit chance. See, these ES helmets are gonna have a lot more ES. Like here's 210, but they're never going to reach, I don't think, 37% crit chance like that, you know? 554, no spirit. We don't want that. +1, but it's got crit chance. So, like, I don't know. Let's dump my inventory. Sorry. Let's see what happens to our deeps. 6,000. Yeah, our DPS doesn't even go down that much. And this thing, I think, still has an open... Does it? No, it doesn't have open anything. Some of these rolls... Oh, yeah, it does. Please, please, please. Oh. I don't know what I was expecting. The ES is better, though. Like, is there a rune for crit chance? Where is my... Runies. Runies, crit chance. Wand or staff increased. I might do increased critical hit chance in here instead of the spell damage. But this doesn't work. Allies in your present. No. Crit chance. Give me that crit chance. Armor. Crit chance. Crit chance. Crit chance. No. But, yeah, let's just for fun, if I put this in here, crit chance goes to 41, crit chance 39, so it doesn't really change anything. But let's see if I change this. Crit chance to 42, but I think our damage is going to go down a bunch. I don't know. Let's see, what else was I... Oh, I've got this +5 at level 78. I don't know how much better it's going to be. It's got... Does it have an open... No, it doesn't. It's got good, really good rolls, but... I mean, gain 26 mana is going to help. 140 mana, okay. What do I lose? I lose cast speed. So this is like a total win. All I lose is 66% increased spell damage. So that's a win. In 8 more levels, I can use that. I've got this other +4. It kind of sucks. I've got this +3 freeze buildup. I don't think... these +3s, I don't care. And then, let's see, any cool uniques? I got uniques coming out of my ears. I don't think anything here matters. This is all... critical hits, I don't care about. And resistances, I ruined this with corruption by accident. This could be interesting, but I lose the spell skills, so I probably wouldn't. Charges. I like these gloves, but I don't know what else I would use. I got a bazillion of these various chess pieces, but I think it doesn't make sense to give up 700 ES. This one's cool. Gain a power charge on critical hit, but the power charges I don't need unless it's for like a single target. So this could be good. It's got increased mana regen, but it doesn't have any stats or anything. Sometimes these have like implicit corruptions that are really useful. You can see I play this game a lot. I've got like 1,000 hours. Pathetic. Yeah, I don't think this low life stuff could be good, maybe? I don't know. Alright, I think that's it for this video because it's going to end up getting long. So this was Archmage, reduced persistent buff cost, pinning, physical spell, price check tradey. Can I get a price check, folks? Can I just get a price check from global? I want to do some price checking. All right, thank you for watching.